David Sabella, who is back on Broadway after 30 years, after originating the role of Mary Sunshine. What was it like tonight to be back on Broadway doing Mary Sunshine?
It was fantastic, and it was doubly fantastic because my daughters, who did not get to see me do it because they were not really born yet, one was one and one wasn't born yet, were here today, so they got to see me do it.
That is actually amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How did it feel to be back in the role? Did it feel comfortable? Was it scary? Was it?
It wasn't scary. I've sung the song for all of the 20 years I was away. I sang the song 7 years before I did it on Broadway 30 years ago. So this song has been in my life. I remembered it. I just remembered everything. So it wasn't scary. It was exciting. It was exciting. I think if there's any difference, I think at 30 years old, I took it for granted. And now at 60 years old, I'm not taking it for granted, and it's great to be able to do it.
And what does it feel like now, through the perspective of the character, how the world has changed a lot in the last 30 years, and also just being LGBTQAI is more accepted now than it was when the show first came out.
Right.
Does that change the way the role is for you or not?
No, I don't think so for me, because for me, in the origination of the role, it was all the characters in Chicago are based on vaudevillian stars.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie Tucker, Bernie Williams, and Mary Sunshine is based on Julian Elton. She was a famous drag actor in the 20s, in the teens and 20s. The AMC movie theater on 42nd Street was actually the Julian Elton Theater. He was wildly famous because he did male and female characters of his shows, right? So I always come at it from this point of view, that I'm the representation of that actor from that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that in my original, 30 years ago, my concept of the role was a little bit of Beverly Sills and a little bit of Liz Smith, right? Remember Liz Smith? Right. So now she's modern day Julie Andrews and Betty White. Yeah, and Betty's dead, so that doesn't bode well for me. But it's going well so far.
Now you have on your own and Cabaret done drag.
Yes.
Do you think, did this role influence you into that direction at all, do you think?
Oh, absolutely, because when we opened, and I suddenly became very well known in this city as a drag character, what are you going to do? You're going to do a show that is drag, And at the time, I wanted to get away from, I didn't want to be pigeonholed as Mary Sunshine. So I would do a few cabaret shows as Amanda Reckonwith, Amanda Reckonwith is my character. But then the last one I did in New York was No More Mrs. Nice Guy, which was half Amanda, and then a very quick change and half me. And then after that, started doing shows as me.
Interesting.
It's so interesting, you run away from that thing which you're afraid to be tied to too much. And now at this age, I'm like, bring it on. I don't care, I'm tied to it, fine.
Well, David's going to be in Chicago for 5 more shows. Yes. Friday night, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Get your tickets and come see David in the show.
Thanks.